I am Life Coach Latricia Booker with Kingdom Business, where we are empowered, where we heal, where we get delivered, and where we are free, where we know who we are. We elevate our minds and our spirits and raise and expand our consciousness to ultimately walk in our true divine purpose, the truth of who we really are. And so today I want to talk to you guys about doing these three things to manifest your desires. Whatever your desires are, do these three things and you will manifest your desires. And so, in manifesting your desires, I'm talking about anything that you want to manifest, as long as it's good. As long as you want to manifest good things, this is what I'm talking about. This is for you. And so, the very first thing that you want to do to manifest your desire is to say it, to speak it, to declare it. The Bible says to speak, call those things that are not as though they were. So that entails that we have to speak a thing before we see it. We have to speak it before it happens. It's the same thing as declaring. It's the same thing as affirming. You have to speak it. You have to declare it. You have to put it out in the atmosphere. Open your mouth. Let your voice be heard. The universe is waiting for you. God is waiting to hear from you. Speak it out. Say what it is that you desire so that the atmosphere and the universe and God can hear your desire. And that's step number one. And so, in doing that, it is very important. It is a very important first step. And I want to say also that usually what you're speaking, what you're desiring, and I'll say what your visions are, hopefully are God-given. Usually when we have deep desires, if they're spiritually based, if it comes from if it's derived from your God self, it's from God. And so you can speak it. You can speak it and declare it with confidence. Okay. The second thing you want to do, the second thing you have to do, the second thing that you want to make sure that you do to manifest your desires is to visualize it. You have to not only see it in your mind's eye, but you have to literally see it outside of yourself. You have to visualize and see the very thing that you're manifesting. You have to see the very thing that you desire. In other words, see what it is that you're wanting. What does that look like? If you're looking to, hey, manifest, I'll say a soulmate, your mate, your God sent. You want to see yourself with them. You want to see yourself in that relationship, doing the kinds of things that you love to do. You want to literally visualize yourself with your mate as if he or she is already there. If you are wanting to manifest a business or wealth, you have to see yourself already operating in that business. If you want to be some kind of a traveler where you minister to people or you do speaking engagements, and get paid really good money for it, becoming wealthy from doing it, or it contributing to your wealth, you have to see yourself traveling. You have to see yourself at speaking engagements. You have to see yourself talking about and sharing and speaking on the things that you have expertise in, or whatever it is, whatever messages that God gives you to share and to speak on. You have to see yourself doing this. You have to visualize your very desire. You have to visualize the very thing that you're wanting to manifest. You have to see it, and you have to see it on a very regular basis. I would suggest that you just take at least 5 minutes out of each day, as much as you can. In other words, If you can't do it every day that you can do it, at least 5 minutes a day, and just visualize your desires. Just focus in on and see the very thing that it is that you're wanting to manifest in your life, the very things that you're wanting to attract in your life, your very desires. See it. Take time out and visualize. Take time out and see the very thing that you are wanting to bring into your life experience. And so, the third thing that you want to do is to feel it. Yes, you want to feel the very thing that you're wanting to manifest as if you already have it. Listen, feeling it is actually drawing it to you. First, you speak it, the universe, God, the atmosphere heard you. You begin to see it. You begin to visualize it. So you're creating a picture of the very thing that you're wanting to manifest. You're seeing the very picture of your desires. So when you feel it, you are literally aligning with it. You are literally coming into agreement with it. When you feel it, you're drawing it closer to you. You're saying yes to it because you're feeling it and it feels you. Now, you've already spoken it, which means that you've created it. You're visualizing it, which means that you created the image of what it looks like. So as you're feeling it, it's coming towards you. You're causing it to come towards you because you're aligning with it. You're in agreement with it. You're saying yes to it. And so it's saying yes to you. And it has to come to you. Now, I'll say this about feeling it. When you feel it, what it is that you're on the same frequency signal as the very thing that you're wanting to manifest. It's just like when you turn on the radio, and in order to tune into 107.5 FM, you have to get into that channel. You have to go to 107.5 FM to hear what the radio station is playing at 107.5. You're not going to hear what's playing on 107.5 FM if you go into AM 1390. So you have to make sure that you're on the right frequency, that you're on the right station, so to speak. So what happens is that when you're feeling what you're wanting to manifest, you're on the same frequency as it. And so that means you become one. You're in alignment with it, which means it can come to you. It can come to you now. And it is coming to you. The more you feel what it is that you're desiring, the closer that it is that is coming to you. Now, let me say this. Sometimes, because we're doing life and things happen, we can't always, we can, but many of us have to work at that. And again, life is happening. Sometimes we're not vibrating. We're not in alignment with it. We're not feeling it at all times. And so what happens is in those moments and in those times, it doesn't go away as if it doesn't go away, but it will stop for a minute because you're not in alignment with it. In those moments, depending on whatever it is you have going on, you're not able to feel it. You may be busy doing something else, and it's taking your attention away from that feeling. But the point that I'm making is, even when that happens, it just stops. The only way it'll start going backwards is if you go so far in the opposite direction to where you start feeling super duper negative and you're not even tuning into it at all. It may start to go back in the other direction. But even then, you can always reset to bring it to you. Now, the key is this: even if you have a moment, even if whatever is going on where you're not in that feeling space of feeling your desires and feeling what it is that you're wanting to manifest, if you're not in alignment with it because other things are going on and you distracted, you can always just get back on point and it'll just start to come closer to you. Now, the bigger it is, the more, how can I say, the bigger it is. And when I say bigger, the bigger the thing is that you're wanting to manifest. And nothing really is big for the universe or for God. Nothing is too big. But for us, we see things as big. So the bigger it is, the more you have to make sure that you are in alignment and that you are feeling in a good feeling space, in a place where you feel the very thing that you're wanting to manifest. You have to be super duper careful about making sure you're always feeling good, making sure that you're feeling the very thing that you're wanting. Here's the key: act like you already have it. And when you act like you already have it, God and the universe, the atmosphere responds to that, because what it thinks, if you're saying you already have it, it thinks you already have it too. So it's going to bring it right to you. But again, it may get a little staticky from time to time, but have no fear. That's okay, because you can still bring it near. You can bring it right on into your life. Just get back on your focus and bring it on in. Bring it on in. Bring it on in. So you guys, let me sum that up. The three things you want to do. The three things that you want to do to manifest your desires. You want to speak it. You want to declare it to be so. You want to affirm it. Speak out. Let it be known what it is that you're manifesting, what it is that you're desiring to bring into your life. 2, you want to visualize. Make sure that you're visualizing on an everyday, preferably, but regular basis, looking at, seeing, visualizing the very thing that you're manifesting, the very things that you're desiring, the very things that you desire to manifest into your life, as long as it's good, as long as it's all good. And so, thirdly, you want to feel it, align with it, be in agreement with it. And I promise you, it'll come. It's coming. It's already happening. How do I know? Because I've done it. I've manifested quite a few things already. Some really big things I'm manifesting now, so it's taking a little time. But you see little droplets of it. You see little pieces of it. You see it coming. So, these things, some of these things take a little time. But I tell you what, something I manifested not long ago didn't take any time at all. And what I find the key to that was that I saw it, I felt it so strongly, and this is the other key. Now, when we're manifesting and we're doing all these things to bring our desires into our lives, when we're working to manifest things, I must say it's very important to talk to God. Now, I was in the process of manifesting something, but what I did was I talked to God about it, and I let him know that this is what it is that I'm desiring. And I also let him know that I wanted him to perfect it as he saw fit, because he knows best. I also left it in his hands. I said, I leave this in your hands, and I'm going about my business to do what it is, I need to be doing. I'm going about my life. But my point is to say, I literally left it in his hands. I gave it over to him. I trusted him with it. I said, and soon after, God began to tell me to prepare, because the very thing that I left in his hands, He said, I'm getting ready to give it to you. It's getting ready to come. And it wasn't long after that it actually manifested. Now, I'm mentioning that to say that I realized that the key to that was that I visualized it and I felt it. I was in complete alignment with it. I felt it. It was already happening as far as I was concerned. And the bonus that I'm giving you is talk to God about it and leave it in his hands and trust him, along with doing the rest. Because although we are manifesting and we have a part to play in all of that, we also want to make sure that we're including God on purpose. We also want to communicate with God to let him know that we trust you in this process while we're doing this process. So you guys, I'm going to go with that. And yeah. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please click that red subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel. Click on that bell so that you can get a notification every time I upload a new video. You can also connect with me on Instagram and Facebook at Latricia Booker. You can connect with me on Twitter at Kingdom Business 9. That is Kingdom Business with one S and the number 9. And so, you guys, that is my time, and I am out. Peace.